Hey, what's up guys, it's DarkArmedDuelist and today doing an ABC deck profile. So I'm really excited to do this one for you guys because this deck is an extremely consistent deck that can easily summon out its boss monster, ABC Dragon Buster. This deck really is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of Notification Squad, and definitely check out the Patreon down in the description below for all those awesome rewards. Like getting your name description in a single video, getting assigned cards in the mail, and even getting to request a deck profile every single month to your Patreon. So without further ado, let's get straight on into this. So first off, we're going to be playing 2 copies of A Assault Core. A Assault Core is definitely a 2-of in the deck, but you really only need 2 copies of it because it's so easy to get to. But this card, just like all of your ABC pieces, shares a common effect that once per turn, you can either target one light machine monster you control and equip this card to that target, or unequip it and special summon it. And a monster equipped with this card is unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, which is a great ability that A Assault Core has. This card also has the ability, if this card is sent from the field to the grave, you can actually add one other union monster from your grave to your hand, which is an awesome ability to recover the exact card you need. We then play 3 copies of B Buster Drake. B Buster Drake is the best of all 3 of the ABC pieces because this card has an amazing ability when it's sent to the graveyard. This card has the effect that if this card is equipped to a monster, that monster is unaffected by your opponent's spell effects, but if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can actually add one union monster from your deck to your hand, grabbing the exact ABC piece that you need to go over your copy of ABC Dragon Buster. We then play 2 copies of Sea Crush Wyvern. Sea Crush Wyvern is really good, but just like your copy of A Assault Core, you really only need 2 copies of this card. This card has an awesome ability that if this card is equipped to a monster, that monster is unaffected by your opponent's trap effects, and if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can actually special summon a union monster from your hand, which is a great ability to instantly get the exact union monster you want on your side of the field. We then play a single copy of Union Driver. Union Driver is great in the deck, but you only need a single copy of this card, but it basically helps you get the exact ABC piece you want on your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Revolution Synchron. Revolution Synchron is insane in this deck because this card can actually use in your hand as a tuner to go in for your copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon, which is absolutely amazing. As this card has the ability, if you're going to synchro summon into a level 7 or 8 dragon monster and this card's in your hand, you can use this card as a material to go in for your synchro play, meaning if you have any of your ABC pieces out on your side of the field, you can use this in your hand to step into a level 7 synchro monster, which is always going to be your copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon, so you can tag your field spells in and out for the exact field spell that you need. This card can also bring itself back from the graveyard as a level 1 tuner if you do have your copy of Ancient Fairy on your side of the field, which is an awesome ability to instantly bring it out to your side of the field, so you can use this card plus your copy of Ancient Fairy to step into Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, giving you a negate, which is absolutely crazy. We then played 2 copies of Terverion King Regulus. Terverion King Regulus is great as a 2-of in the deck because this card is a walking negate that has the ability that you can actually target a Terverion monster or machine monster in your grave, special summon this card from your hand, and if you equip that monster to this card, which is a great ability to instantly get this card out on your side of the field, and it's just a really good 2-of. We then play 3 copies of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is definitely a 3-out in the deck, basically just to stop your opponent from touching the deck. We can also play 3 copies of Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is great in this build as a 3-out to basically just stop your opponent's monster effects. So, that's it for the monsters, guys. Let's get in to the spells. So for the spells, we're going to start with a single copy of Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial is great in the deck as a 1-up to help you get the exact ABC piece you need in the graveyard. We play a single copy of Terraforming. Terraforming is amazing in this build to basically get to your field spell so you can go in for all of your plays. You're usually searching your copy of Union Hanger off this card, but it's a really awesome card to be able to play in this build. We play a single copy of Called by the Grave. Call of the Grave is definitely a 1-of in the build to basically just stop your opponent's hand traps. We then play 2 copies of Crossout Designator. Crossout Designator is definitely a 2-of in the build to basically just stop your opponent's hand traps to ensure our plays are going to go through because we really want to make sure a copy of Union Hanger goes off. We then play 2 copies of Tuning. Tuning is amazing in this deck as a 2-of because this card actually searches Revolution Synchron directly from our deck to our hand. Then we get to send the top card of our deck to the graveyard, which could be one of the ABC pieces that we want in the graveyard, so we can summon another copy of Dragon Buster. We then play a single copy of Terverion Disc Coliseum. Terverion Disc Coliseum is a really cool field spell that we do need to play an additional field spell besides our copy of Union Hanger, so we can use the effect of Ancient Fairy Dragon. And this card is great because it instantly searches you a Terverion monster from your deck to your hand, which can basically get us our copy of Regulus, which is insane. I love that about this card, that you can actually just instantly grab Regulus from your deck to your hand, get a copy of Crystal Wing out on your side of the field using the Revolution Synchron, and then basically get your copy of your Regulus on your side of the field, which is another negate beside your copy of your Crystal Wing, basically giving you 2 negates, which is absolutely insane. We then play 3 copies of Union Hanger. Union Hanger is absolutely amazing, and this card is such a powerful field spell that has the ability that when this card is activated, you can add a light Union Machine monster from your deck to your hand, and once per turn, if a Machine Union monster is normally special summoned to your field, you can target one of those monsters and equip one appropriate light Machine Union monster with a different name from your deck to that monster, but the Union monster you equipped cannot be special summoned this turn, which is totally fine because you're just trying to get your ABC pieces out on your side of the field. It's just a really good 3 of them that basically just start your plays, because this card is basically Rhoda, but it gets you 2 pieces instead of 1, which is amazing. We then play 3 copies of Unauthorized Reactivation. This card is so powerful in the deck as a 3-of, because this card instantly gets you to an ABC piece, because this card is built you can target a machine monster you control and equip one appropriate Machine Union monster from your hand or deck to that monster, the Union monster equipped with this card cannot be special summoned this turn, which is totally fine because, again, we're just using this card to basically get one of our ABC pieces so we can go in for a copy of Dragon Buster. We then play 3 copies of Forbidden Droplets. Droplets is amazing in this deck as a 3-of because you can basically just use this card to turn your opponent's field off and half the attack points of your opponent's monsters, which is amazing. This card is definitely a 3-of in the build because it helps us get cards in the graveyard and basically just breaks your opponent's board. So, that's it for the spells, guys. Let's get into the traps. So for the traps, we're going to start with a single copy of Angel Statue. Angel Statue is definitely a 1-of in the build. It's basically just set to your side of the field with your copy of Silver Hat Rabbit. And this card is a walking negate for special summons, which is amazing because this card is actually a trap monster that special summons itself to your side of the field as a fairy light level 4 1800 attack 1800 defense, which is an amazing ability to instantly summon this card out to your side of the field. We then play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. Infinite Impermanence is amazing in this deck as a 3-of to basically just stop your opponent's monster effects and lock down entire columns of spells and traps. So that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, guys, we're going to start off with 2 copies of ABC Dragon Buster. ABC Dragon Buster is definitely a 2-of in the build. You really only need 2 copies of this card because it's so easy to summon out to your side of the field, but you don't even have to use polymerization to make this. You just have to banish your materials from your field or your graveyard, which is one of each of the ABC pieces to summon this card out. This card also has the ability that you can actually, during either player's turn, discard a card, target a card on the field, and banish it, and during your opponent's turn, you can actually tribute this card and then target all 3 of your ABC pieces that are banished and then just special summon them back to your side of the field, which is a quick effect to basically bring them back, which is awesome. We then play a single copy of Ancient Fairy Dragon. Ancient Fairy Dragon is definitely a 1-of in the deck to basically just tag your field spells in and out. Plus, this card has the ability during your main phase, you can actually special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand, but you cannot conduct your battle phase the turn you activate this effect, which is a great ability to instantly get one of your monsters out on your side of the field. And on the first turn, we don't get to attack anyways. So that doesn't really bother us if we go first, which is really what you want to do with this deck. We then play a single copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Crystal Wing is very easy to summon with your copy of Revolution Synchron, because if you can summon out your copy of Ancient Fairy, you can summon out Crystal Wing, because all you have to do is basically bring back your copy of your Revolution Synchron to your side of the field as a level 1, and then synchro summon a Crystal Wing, which is so cool to be able to do. You can play a single copy of Merrymaker and a single copy of Gigantic Champion Sargus. These cards are really good in the deck overall because they basically make a 4 material Zeus, which is so cool because basically what you do with these is you summon out your copy of Merrymaker first, then you overlay your copy of Gigantic Champion Sargus on top of it, just like Utopia the Lightning, to basically get a 4 material Zeus, which is so cool because this card comes out at 2800, so you can swing in and then drop a copy of Zeus. We then buy a single copy of Zeus. Zeus is amazing in this build as a 1-of because you can basically just use this card as a board wipe. And with your copy of Sargus, it's very easy to summon in this deck. We then play a single copy of Typhon. Typhon belongs in every single deck, so this card is definitely a one-of in the build. Basically just summon out to your side of the field to basically close out games, just in case you need a 3,000 attack point skill drain, or basically a 3,000 or higher attack point skill drain, which is really cool. Plus this card is a bounce, and it's very, very easy to summon. We then play a single copy of Access Code. Access Code is really good because it comes out absolutely massive and can pop multiple cards on the field. Play a single copy of Selene, so we can step into our copy of Access Code because our copy of Effect Veiler is actually a spellcaster. We then play a single copy of the Light Charmer. Light Charmer is really good in the deck as a one-up because you can basically use your copy of your Light Charmer to bring back a light monster from your opponent's grave, then step into Selene and then Access Code, which is really good to basically OTK your opponent. We then play a single copy of Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget's really good in the deck as a one-up to help you just bring out one of your ABC pieces from your hand, but the only downside of this card is it cannot be used as a link material the turn that it's link summon, which is not that big of a deal because you're basically just summoning this card out to your side of the field to help you get the exact ABC piece you want out. We then play a single copy of SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight is really good in the deck as a one-up, because this card is basically a double interruption, so it's amazing in this deck. We then play a single copy of Still Hat Rabbit. Still Hat Rabbit sets your copy of Angel Statue to your side of the field. Plus, when you activate Angel Statue, it is basically an MST to be able to pop a spell or trap on the field. And then finally play a single copy of IP Masquerena. IP is definitely a one-of in the build to basically tag into your copy of SP, which is just so cool to be able to do, so you can use it as a double interruption. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This deck is so fun to be able to play. If you guys have never played ABC before, you should definitely get this deck tried because it's so fun to be able to play. And definitely play the Revolution Synchron because it's so cool to step into Ancient Fury and then into your copy of Crystal Wing. This deck is amazing and so consistent to be able to play and can summon out all sorts of cool boss monsters. So that's going to be this one, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell in there so you can become part of the notification squad, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later, guys.